Hi teachers. So I got such a huge response for the first video that I did about how to tell whether LPs are booking you and their pattern of booking that I figured I would make a bunch of different LP videos that I got the information from the LPs directly. This isn't hearsay, this isn't my guess, this is me talking to LPs over dinner while we were doing the tour of the headquarters in both Beijing and Shanghai. And so this is like from the actual LPs. Make sure that you stay to the end of the video because I have given examples of what I actually put in my teacher LP feedback. So what is an LP? Technically, an LP is a learning partner. They are the direct connection to the parents. So they have three main goals and responsibilities. They have tons of other side responsibilities, but the three responsibilities they have are dealing with parents for trials, dealing with parents for MCs, and dealing with problems of a variety. First thing, sales department and LP both book trials. Sales department does it more and they're more likely to have a BIP. And the reason why the sales department does that is because they know that they're going to have a certain number of students that are going to be taking trials, but they don't know the specific names yet. Where if you get a name with the trial, most likely that is an LP that is booking your trial. So that is a good trial to remember, to write on a sticky note, and to thank the LP for booking the class for you. So that's number one. Number two is the MC students. So once they have gotten past their trial, they've decided to sign up, they've now become a level 1 or a major course MC student. Every LP has about 150 to 200 students that they deal with. And every time that student goes through a UA, so lesson 6 or lesson 12, or the different lessons in level 1, I'm sorry, I forget, they will contact the parents, whether it's just a quick message through WeChat or whether it's an email or a phone call if it didn't go so well. So they get to see every single one of them. So trials, MCs, and then if there are problems. So of course these problems are from their MC or level 1 students. But if it's a behavioral issue, if they're distracted, if they've got a poor UA score, if there's nudity, if there's, that the parent just needs to be there, if there have been multiple teachers who have commented the same thing, there's IT issues, those are all under the umbrella of what an LP has to deal with. A little bit about the LPs. The LPs are people who have got at least a bachelor's degree. They're usually between just graduated from college to about 30, and they are mostly women. They have done a lot of English training, so their language level is very high. Their reading and writing language is very high. Their speaking language is quite high. And we were able to have conversations back and forth with no problem. The LPs see they can see every single feedback that we give on every student that they have. So that's also another question that was one of those frequently asked questions of me from the last video. Number two, the other important thing is that you want to give them some nugget of advice, encouragement, something that you can write, they can go to the parents and talk directly to the parents. They don't want something that was in the parent feedback. They don't want it sugar-coated. You're not going to be outright rude, but you are going to tell them in a little bit different way your impression of the student, okay? You want to give both positive and negative. So if you're always constantly giving the negative, then they're going to easily ignore you. okay? Especially if it's just, needs more of this IT, they already know they're working on it. Sometimes there is not a solution, and that is not going to be the way to kind of get your name remembered, okay? Why do we want to give feedback? Let's just talk about the fact that LPs work 12 hours a day. They work 150 to 200 students. And in the holiday time, when everyone else is taking holiday time off, because the students are taking so many classes, their job has just increased, maybe exponentially. So think about the students who are used to take 1-2 classes a week are now taking a class every day. That means that every week they have to contact that student for a UA, every 2 weeks another UA, and it just goes on like that. So we want to give very specific recommendations or observations about that student that the LP can go directly without having to watch the video, right? Because they already kind of know the personality of the student. Go directly and use those words to the parents. So, for example, there are some students that I get that usually for a UA, they are not at the level that they should be. And this is often because the LP wants to kind of encourage the parent and show the parent that more than one teacher has said that they are not prepared for this level. It's one of those processes that they try to encourage the parent to lower the levels. So having your comment say, you know what, he really needs to repeat a level, he's not ready for this level, is not helpful, right? It's just not helpful. What would be more helpful is, today in our class, I realized that Bao Bao needs a phonics course. If he had the phonics course as a supplementary course, I think that would help his foundation of reading. He doesn't have a strong foundation in phonics, and so I think that this would be something that would be great to recommend to the parents. Just to let you know, I appreciate that you booked the class with me and Bao Bao. I am also certified in the phonics supplementary course. Teacher, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they don't even need to watch that class now. Now they're like, oh, okay, this is a win-win. Not only might I be able to sell a supplementary, but more importantly, I am able to say the teacher recommended phonics courses. After having the class, the teacher realized that, Bao Bao needs phonics class. They already know, and they're already working on trying to switch the level or trying to get the parents to have them do the pre-lesson homework or, become more engaged, become more focused, but they need a specific, okay? If you do that, then they will constantly come back to you and book and book and book and book. So hopefully that will help you in the long run. I'm going to put the comments up, the little comments that I usually kind of give you an idea of what I say. Obviously, if you are not someone who is a really active teacher and you don't like those active students that are outside of their chair and not, in the view and they're running around and everything, then please don't put that comment in your LP feedback. I'm also going to show you very quickly how to find the area, because that was the other question. People were like, where do I go? So I hope these very specific tips have helped you. I hope that if you number one, if you watched the video of finding the pattern of when LPs and how LPs book, it will be in the comments as well. But if you've watched that and you say, okay, I have those patterns, and you have a little sticky note and it's got the name and you're gonna thank them, and now you have specifics, that it would actually grow your business. You're gonna find that more and more LPs will trust what you say and will use what you say if you give them specifics to make their job easier. So they're going to reward you by increasing your bookings. Please subscribe. I've had such a huge increase in subscribers, and that's been really great. Thank you for all the support, and we'll see you next time. Happy teaching.